again. We are finally back. We started on Tuesday, and that didn't work, so we moved to Wednesday, and then we skipped Thursday, and now we're finally posting this on Friday. So, sorry about the delay. Anyway, we're going to talk about a photo by Kelly Campbell today. She's one of our Photo Basics 2 students, soon to be our Lighting Basics student. And this is her picture, which I love, and I thought I'd pick it out today. Originally, when she first submitted it, for some reason it decided to be rotated, but I rotated it the correct position. And here we are. Anyway, there's a lot of things that I like about this. First of all, the leading lines are awesome. So we got these leading lines here from the stairs leading right to our individual here. The other thing that I like about it is that there's an interrupted pattern, another design principle that the focal point is interrupting it. The other thing that I find very interesting, and this doesn't happen very often, but it happened in this photo, is that it actually looks better when it's too cool. And let me show you what I mean if I can figure it out. Okay, let's see what happens when we warm the picture. Okay, so I just warmed the picture and it totally loses its touch when you do that. On the other hand, if it's too cool, that's what it looks like. But she actually has a very good color temperature for this, which I really like that. I really like the blue, and I think it works great. I would change a few things. I would brighten it up just a bit. Let me see if I can find it. And I'm here in Picasa, which I'm new to, so I'm going to hopefully find it. There we go. Let's just brighten it up just a little bit. I think that's more successful. The other thing that I want to do is kind of bump up the contrast a bit. Maybe that's a little too much. That looks good. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Anyway, oh, there's an auto contrast. Yeah, I don't want that though. Okay, so I like that. I think that looks really cool. I wonder if we could do a before and after on this. Oh well. Anyway, so I like how this photo is ending up turning out. Maybe a little bit more highlights. Yeah, that looks good. So I think that's becoming a little bit more successful. But anyway, we'll talk about some of the design elements a little bit more. The other thing that I like, and I think this was part of the instructions for the assignment, is to shoot down. And the reason why I like to shoot down on people is because it forces them to look up at you with their eyes. And when that happens, their eyes get bigger. So if you were to look at yourself in the mirror and lift your chin up and look down your nose at yourself, you notice that your eyes are about as small as they can get. On the other hand, if you pull your chin down and look up at the mirror, did I say camera? I don't remember. Anyway, if you pull the chin down and look up at the mirror, your eyes get bigger. So the same basic principle here is that she's looking up at you with her eyes, which are making the eyes bigger, which draws even more attention to the focal point, which I think is cool. What else do I want to say about this? I often tell people to pull their chin to their right shoulder, and with the kids, what I tell them is I say, pretend there's a piece of pizza on your shoulder that you're trying to eat, and I usually tell photo students that I say I usually want, and sometimes I still haven't quite pinpointed exactly why, but I really like it when the chin is leaning over the right shoulder a little bit more. But notice what's happening here is that's totally not happening. Her chin is definitely the other way rather than hanging over the shoulder. And we actually talked about this in our Photo Basics 2 class this week. And Kelly, you'll have to remind me what you said. But one reason why I like it looking away, well, let me tell you why I like it looking at the camera. When you're looking straight at the camera, when the face is head on, it kind of gives a feeling of interest, like the person being photographed is more interested in you. It's a little more intense of a look. It's more interested, I suppose. On the other hand, when the head is turned away and they're looking kind of sideways at you with their eyes like that, it's almost I get the feeling like, hey, I'm too good for you. I'm ready to leave, and you're interrupting my day. So yeah, whatever. It's almost like this "I'm too good for you" look when the chin is turned away from the camera. And I think for this photo, it actually works quite nicely. I think that's a great look for it because of her expression and the way that she's sitting and all that. I think it works. But I remember Kelly said something, and I can't remember exactly what it was, Kelly. So you'll have to remind me, and I'll have to blog about it or whatever. I think it had something to do with the lines or something. And I think what she was saying is that by having the head turned, that it didn't it followed the lines too much, and maybe she blended in with the pattern too much. I can't remember what it was, but I was very proud of her for whatever it was, because that's one thing that I want our students to come away with is I want them to be able to look at a photo in camera before they even take it home, look at a photo and say, hey, there's something wrong with this. What is it? What can I adjust now so I don't have to try to Photoshop it or I don't have to reshoot it or whatever? And I loved it that she told me that, and I think it ended up making a great photo. I'm still not quite sure why I like that, but I like it. Um, Anything else I want to say? I would be interested to see what would happen without the jacket. Thing about loose clothing is our eye tends to make up where the body ends. So your eye perceives her waist as ending right here, and if you didn't see this little crack right here, you'd perceive it as ending there, which would make her look a little bit more wide. So if I have somebody with loose clothing, I usually try to have them pull it closer to their body so we could see where their waist ends. So maybe shoot one without the shirt on, but at the same time it provides contrast. So I'd probably more pull it closer to her just so you can see that a little bit. But in this photo, it's not that big of an issue, but it's one of those photos where you kind of guess what's going on, but it'd be nice to show what was going on a little bit more. The other thing that we talked about is maybe just doing a quick crop on this. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, let's try this. She has some empty room here, and I just want to see what it would look like if we cropped it a little bit. And the thing about cropping like that, and the reason why I like it, is that she's kind of sitting at the bottom of the photo, which kind of anchors her a little bit more, maybe. But the other thing that I like about, oh, what was it? I don't remember. But when we were talking about this in our photo class this week, some people liked this way better because it made the leading lines more prominent. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide what you like. I do like her kind of anchored at the bottom there, but this is also nice. So, anyway. But, congratulations, Kelly. I thought this was a beautifully done photo. So, if you could just brighten it up just a little bit and add some contrast to it, and then resubmit it, and we'll put it in our student portfolio. But anyway, we appreciate you listening, and if you have anything to add to this photo, please let us know. Thank you.